Hello YouTube, welcome to another one of my Duel Links videos. So today I have for you a very fun deck I came up with. It uses this fusion right here, Alligator Sword Dragon. And if you're not familiar with it, this card can attack your opponent directly if the only face-off monsters they control are Earth, Water, or Fire. So this covers, Phoenix, Mako, Ice Barriers, and Naturia, which I expected to see a lot of since I'm in Platinum. But I actually had some weird matchups. But anyway, so another card that I have in the extra deck is Thousand Dragon, just because I run Baby Dragon and Time Wizard, so in case I need to go through it. And one Buster Blader. I run two, but there's no need for two. You just need one. Just in case I have a Dragon matchup, I have the option of going into this as well. So for the main deck, we're running 3 Blue Dragon Summoner because he can search or Baby Dragon, that we only have 2 of. There's only 2 available in the game, so that's why I run the 3 Blue Dragon Summoner. 1 Earth Hex Heal Fusion. This is just, so that I have access to all of my fusions depending on what I have, and also in order to fusion into my Buster Blader fusion. 1 Time Wizard, because the skill I'm running is Luck on Your Side. I was first thinking about going with Last Gamble, but we don't really benefit from cards hitting the grave, so I decided to try Luck on Your Side and Cups of Ace as my drawing engine. So he's just a natural. If you're running the skill, you might as well run Time Wizard. And he also fusions with Baby Dragon, so that's why he's in there. 2 Alligator Sword, because he is the other piece of our main fusion. The 2 Baby Dragon that I already went over. 2 Enemy Controller, just to protect our life points, so that we can manipulate them to be under 1,000. That way our skill is live. 3 Polymerization, basic. 2 Fusion Weapon, because the Alligator Dragon fusion is 5-star, so you can actually equip this to it and it gains 1500 attack and defense. So a pretty cool card. This is actually what started the whole deck. I really wanted to make a deck using Fusion Weapon because I love the way the card looks. 1 Anti-Magic Arrows, because it is all I have. I really wish Arcana comes back next month so that I can get my hands on at least 1 more of it, because it just enables a lot of these random decks that I come up with to work. And then the 3 Cups of Ace for the draw power that I was talking about. You want to wait until your opponent gets your life points under 1,000 so you can use it. But if you're in a pinch, you might as well use it and see if you get lucky. So anyway, there's the deck list. Let's go ahead and show you some replays. Okay. Alright, this first replay we're gonna see, it is literally perfection. Like, I didn't need my skill, I didn't need anything extra. Like, all the cards I draw were for the for the purpose of the combo, and that's including what my opponent was using. So that's why we're starting with perfect case scenario, so you know what I was going for. Alright, so I just set my Blue Dragon Summoner. He goes 2 back row, 2 Stray Lambs into a face down. I just draw in my turn. I have 2 Fusion Weapon, 1 Polymerization, and my Alligator Sword. So as soon as he destroys my Blue Dragon Summoner, I'm gonna get Baby Dragon back. He flips over his Tyrant Dragon, which is a fire monster. So immediately, I know that I'm gonna be able to attack directly. And then I top deck my Anti-Magic Arrows. So that's the full combo, full perfection. Not every duel went like this, obviously, but it's really cool that this was the first replay I was able to save. So I equip both Fusion Weapon. He goes all the way up to 4700. Activate my Anti-Magic Arrows, so only a Karibo can stop me, and just attack directly per game. Again, Anti-Magic Arrows just makes this weird decks be able to go through, because a Mirror Wall, a Security Orb, enemy controller, windstorm, all of that could have messed it up. So let's go ahead and show you the second replay.
Duel.
And here I dropped pretty bad hands, so I just have to end my turn. I remember this now. So this was frogs, and as soon as I saw frogs, I knew that I was going to be able to win this game. Number one, they're all water. Number two, I know exactly what their end game is. So now that I have my enemy controller, all I have to wait is for him to, you know, to do his little combo, which is going to be Death Frog into Death Croaking, and then attacking directly with 3 1900 beaters. But because I have the one enemy controller, I'm going to be able to switch one of them into defense mode. So he's going to be 200 life points short of the OTK. That's going to trigger my Luck on Your Side skill. And then with the 2 cups of ace that I have, I should be able to win the game. So that there he lets me trigger his destiny draw. I don't care because, like I said, I already know what his end game is. And he probably destiny draw into Death Croaking. So there's the 3 frogs, there's the Death Croaking. I chain my enemy controller to flip one of them into defense mode so that I can take the 3800 damage. I also gain my 2 baby dragons, so even deck thinning even more. There we go. And then I take 19, 19, so I survive with 200, which is all I need. Go for cups of ace. Get my 2 cards. Go for cups of ace once again. Get another 2 cards. And then I go ahead and fuse. I fuse into Buster Blader first, just in case he had a Grivo. Shoutouts to Brock, I guess he has a new video out. And you know, that way I can attack. If he has a Grivo to stop my Alligator sword, I can just attack the defense position frog. Because look at that, 16 cards into my deck and I couldn't get the anti-magic arrows. That's just the sad life of only having one. But anyway, I pulled the win. You know, all the frogs were water, so my monster can attack directly. Let's go for another one. And I think in that replay you saw 2 fusion substitute. I don't think I was running Time Wizard then. Alright, so not the greatest of hands, but he doesn't do anything, so I'm able to start, you know, just getting in some cheap damage. I figured he's waiting for his destiny draw, so I go for cups of ace. I get lucky and you know, it comes my way, and then I draw into my anti-magic arrows. So now I know that whatever face down he was hoping to, you know, defend himself with, he can't activate. So I just attack directly for a game. Not the greatest replay, but you know, that just shows the power of anti-magic arrows and why I'm still sad that I only had one that whole event. And the one that I got was actually a guaranteed drop. It was like fight with Arcana 10 times or something like that. So he literally didn't drop a single one for me. But anyway, let's go ahead and show you this Bandit Keith.
Duel.
Again, not the greatest of hands, but I do have the 2 cups of ace, and he's not attacking, so I don't mind, you know, getting those pre-draws. I attack to the Hane. I'm really hoping he starts doing some damage. He doesn't, so I have to start setting my back row. That way I don't have to discard anything. I attack for 15. He gets the switcheroo, and then goes for Wonder Balloon. Oh, I remember this duel. This was such a weird duel. I attack the face down. It's a 4-star Ladybug. I can't search anything because I already have my 2 baby dragons in hand. So this is Wonder Balloon Lockdown. He's just discarding cards for Wonder Balloons. There's the dog that goes back to the deck to prevent them from decking out. And then I'm just setting my cards. I'm waiting for him to put me under 1,000 life points. And it's gonna take one more hit from the 4-star Ladybug. There it is. So now I can get my cup space. I draw 2. I draw 2. And here I'm fishing for my second fusion weapon because my Alligator is going to be very, very weak. Fortunately for me, I don't get the second one. But I end up making a play with an enemy controller I have face down. Yeah, so there's 1,000 Dragons, there's Alligator Sword. And then I econ take the 4-star so that there's nothing in my way. And I have just enough damage to finish him off. There we go. Kind of a weird duel, but anytime I can pull out both of those one-of fusions that we have, pretty cool. And then the last replay against another Bandit Keys. Right. And again, this is obviously not a competitive deck, but I still have to line out the disclaimer. It's just something fun to mess around with that one-of fusion that you rarely see anyone using. And there's my Time Wizard. So I have my, the materials for both of my fusions. I just need the polymerization. And he's not attacking for whatever reason. So here I'm just holding cards. I decide to start destroying so that I can, maybe trigger some damage. I get him to waste a Super Rush, so that's good. But overall, just very defensively. I'm hoping he's gonna keep attacking with the 1,000 attack monster. He doesn't, so I go ahead and destroy it. And yeah, it's just very passively. I am forced to activate Cups of Ace because otherwise I have to discard or summon something. And I didn't want to do either of those things. So I just activated it, set another one. He gets his Necrofear, and I think this is when he starts playing. Yeah. So he goes Econ Take. He actually had game because I only had one enemy controller. And this was enough to give him game, but he gets greedy and goes for Death Gradius. So I'm able to save myself, and I'm under 1,000 life points, so I can use Luck on Your Side. I get my 2 cards, go for the Time Wizard. He activates enemy controller, I think just to free up a space in the back row. But I have a feeling the mask was in his hand, so he couldn't activate it. Yeah, there was nothing in his deck, so he couldn't take my Time Wizard. So I go for another Cups of Ace. And look at this, 18 cards. I got 18 cards deep into my deck. No anti-magic arrows. I still have to go for it, so I go for my Alligator Sword and my 1,000 Dragon. I do have the 2 fusion weapons, which I actually end up needing because one of his face downs is a mirror wall, and I have barely enough damage to finish him off. But that's why I need a second anti-magic arrows, so that I don't get, I don't lose to a mirror wall when I'm trying to do something like that. But anyway, there's the deck, guys. Again, just something fun to put together. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I definitely had a lot of fun with it, although I didn't really ran into the matchups I thought I was going to run into. But anyway, here's the deck. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, like, comment, and subscribe if you want. And until next time.